Chief Executive Officer, sorry, should I?
Please.
Should I read?
Yes, please.
The Chief Executive Officer of Nemasu Enterprise, Almamo Diba, has reacted to procurement and registration allegations in which his business was mentioned by Ibrahim Sanyang, the Director of Gambia Public Procurement Authority, GPPA, at the ongoing Commission of Inquiry into the Conduct of Local Government LG Councils. As published by the Standard and shared by this medium, the Director of GPPA, in his testimony at the Commission of Inquiry on Thursday, 27 July, said, in 2020, Mansakonko Area Council purchased 655 bags of rice amounting to $4,025,750 from Nemasu Enterprise with a unit cost of about $6,000 per bag. Mr. Sanyang added that Nemasu Enterprise was not registered with GPPA and that the law prohibits Area Council from trading with suppliers that are not registered with the GPPA. Speaking to the Part2 Network, CEO of Nemasu Enterprise, Almamo Diba, responded that the allegations or statement of the GPPA director are not true. It is blatant lie for Mr. Ibrahim Sanyang, the Director of Public Procurement Authority, to say that in 2020, Masakungo Area Council purchased 655 bags of rice amounting to $4,025,750 from Nemasu Enterprise, which means that each bags of rice costs a little over $6,000. Nemasu Enterprise sold each bag of rice to Masakungo Area Council at $650, and the said bags were 25 kilograms, and the total amount in cash was $425. Reacting to the allegation that his business was not registered, Almamo Diba said Nemasu Enterprise renewed its registration with GPPA with certificate of goods to allow them to operate in, I don't know, the other line is not clear. There is nothing there, I don't see that. I don't know whether, yeah, the other line is completely deleted, nothing was there.
But that's fine, that's all right. But you confirm that is the publication?
Yeah, this was the publication.
May I please have it?
This was the publication from the Part2 Network.
And it is in line with the previous publication that shown you?
The actual response was done to my own Facebook page.
Yes.
That's where they picked, but the way he framed the statement, I didn't do it like that.
You can contents, also, they are right. Huh? The contents.
Yeah, some of the words were also changed. So definitely.
But you had told us you published it on the Part2 Network.
I said it was published by Part2 Network through my Facebook page.
Yes.
I share my Facebook page with them.
Correct.
So they later modified the statement.
You are also free, and you have the right to as well provide us with the copy of your own Facebook publication if you wish to do so as well. I'm just saying you are free to do so.
No, it's the same because it's my statement.
It's the same.
I said this.
Thank you very much. We apply to tender the Part2 Network publication in relation to the denial of the evidence of GPPA in relation to the Nemasu Enterprise Rice Award with Masakoko Area Council and evidence as an exhibit.
So, sir, in connection to the first statement published by Soma Gambia, the word they use blatant, and I use blatant instead of blatant. That one I understand the Soma Gambia used the word blatant lie, and I use blatant lie. That's what I said.
The idea is that there was a lie.
Well, the words are different.
I'm saying right now that we are discussing it. The idea is it was a lie.
Yes.
Thank you.
A newspaper publication from Part2 Network with the heading, "It's a blatant lie. Nemasu Enterprise CEO reacts to allegation at local LG inquiry," is hereby admitted in evidence and marked as LGC/AD/MKAC/008.
As the commission places. Now, in your statement, you had said that I delivered the total number of bags of rice to the council and issued a delivery note to the procurement officer. Did you issue a delivery note to the procurement officer?
That is correct.
Of how many rice? Bags of rice?
Initially, it's supposed to be 655.
Yes.
But
subsequently?
But the delivery note that I submitted to the procurement officer,
yes,
was the total number of the goods that I delivered to them.
The rice now?
Just the rice, the sugar.
Let's focus on the rice, sir.
I did it together. I did delivery note together.
But the delivery note will have to outline what you delivered. How many bags of rice, how many gallons of sugar? Is that not the case?
Yes, that's the case.
Now I just want to focus on the rice side. Is that okay with you?
Yeah.
Yes. So the rice, what was the amount of rice, the bag of rice that you delivered as per the delivery note?
I believe it would have been the 400 bag that was initially amended as to our updated invoice.
400.
That's what I believe.
And the price was how much, sir?
It was supposed to be 560.
560.
Yeah.
Why is it 560?
Because they asked me to reduce the price when we were doing the reconciliation of the products.
They asked you to reduce the price?
They asked me to reduce the price because they are also giving me sugar and my price, the oil also, so I have to reduce. So I agreed to those requests and I reduced the price.
But you had already agreed on the price. You had already been given the contract.
I was given the contract. I was called for an arrangement that the sugar was not part of the order, and they needed sugar. Right. So I was asked to reduce the price, and I did it.
So let's pause that for now. Let's just backtrack to the registration. You said you had registered days before your that's GPPA registration. Days before you were awarded the certificate. Do you still maintain that, sir?
Did I say days before?
Yes, you registered before. You made payment. You went to GPPA, made payment, and they did not print you the certificate the same day.
I did my payment to GPPA, and they did not give me the certificate that very day.
Yes, they gave me the certificate subsequent another day.
I believe.
Which means you had paid earlier than the time you were issued the certificate. I
submitted all my documents and I needed the registration. But the only day that I got the registration was on the 28th of April.
Was when you?
When was 28th April. That was the very day that I was issued with the certificate.
When did you make the application?
I cannot remember the date.
A day before? Or two?
I cannot remember.
But it was not on the 28th?
Whether it was not on the 28th?
Yes.
Yes.
It was not on the 28th.
It was not on the 28th.
Let me show you a form you will fill and which you have filled with respect to your application for the certificate. This is a form, a copy of the form that you have filled when you went to apply for the certificate. Do you recognize the form, sir? Do you recognize these forms?
Whether I recognize the
These forms, generally, they're the forms that you fill.
No, I don't recognize these forms.
Thank you. What is the heading of the form?
The form is GPPA, Gambia Local Registration Form.
Name of business?
2020.
What is the name of business?
Nemasu Enterprise.
Nemasu Enterprise.
Yeah.
What is the name of the applicant, sir?
I'm coming there.
Almamu Diba.
I don't see it yet.
On the right.
I'm looking at it.
Top right, sir.
Yeah, Almamu Diba.
Is that your telephone number? 3966009?
That is correct.
Correct.
Yeah.
Now, you come down, you will see where you had put your signature. The file down left.
I saw it.
Is that your signature, sir?
Yes.
Good. Look at the date that you have signed the form.
Well,
what is the date, sir?
this date is 28/4/2020.
28th of April 2020
Yeah.
is when you fill the form.
Okay.
You were in Banjul on the 28th of April 2020.
Yes.
Listen. So this same 28th is when you were issued the certificate. Your certificate says on the 28th day of April 2020. The form you signed was on the 28th day of April 2020.
Yes.
Now you actually did not fill the form a day before or 2 days before or whatever day before. You actually filled the form the same day that you were issued the certificate.
What I can say is,
Yes.
And what would be correct?
Yes.
It would be correct to say that this form
Yes.
was not actually filled by myself, because the writing is not even mine, but the signature is mine. It would be correct to say when I submitted all my requests, they could have asked me to sign and I signed, but the day that they
You are the most interesting human being I've ever met in my life.
That's fine.
Yes, you are. You are on national TV.
That's
Mr.
fine.
Diba, you see the signature, you admit it is your signature.
Yes.
You know fully well it is your signature. And now you want to tell me someone filled the form, but you happen to sign it?
So it is not happening anywhere that someone will fill the form and ask you to sign.
But the date?
That is it's still happening, because when sometimes you will,
So you signed without the date?
I cannot ascertain that. Actually, I submitted my request before 28th.
No. You filled the form on the 28th, sir.
I did not fill the form.
When did you fill the form, sir?
I remember I went to GPPA before on the 28th.
One more question. Is that your signature?
This is my signature.
What date is against the signature?
The date against the signature is 28.
It's 28.
Yes.
The date against the signature is 28.
Yes.
The date that the person that treated your application, what is the name? Just below your name. Tell me.
Which name?
Fatu. Is it Fatu Fati?
Fatu Fati, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So you see?
It's Fanta.
Fanta, sorry. Fanta. These dates are 28. 28th day of April 2020 was when you were issued a certificate. 28th day of April 2020 is when you filled the form making your application.
So, I did not fill the form. I submitted my request for the application before this date, and I did not fill it.
How did you submit your request for application?
When I went there with my document that I wanted to register with GPPA,
Yes.
they asked me my business registration number 1. They told me the payment is, I don't remember, it's $5,000.
Forget the payment. Tell us. Tell us the procedure. The amount, 5,000,
Payment is part of the procedures. That's why I'm saying.
I'm now telling you to forget the payment. It's irrelevant right now.
They asked me to submit my document.
Yes.
And I submitted.
And then?
And later they told me I don't remember any receipt issued to me before after this thing.
Remember, try to remember, because
I don't remember.
Listen, I am showing you the form you had filled the application.
I did not fill
listen
the
to me.
application.
Just
the
listen to me.
application was filled on my
Just listen
behalf.
to me.
Sorry.
Who filled the application on your behalf, sir?
I cannot remember that.
What can you remember?
I can remember this signature is mine.
Yes, of course.
And the telephone number is mine.
Absolutely.
The name is my name.
Absolutely, sir.
I cannot remember filling a form myself.
But you remember the signature is yours.
Very well.
The signature is not forged.
I did not say that I was forging.
Yes, I'm saying. Listen, you confirm the signature is yours.
Yes.
You confirm that this is your entire detail.
Yes.
And then therefore, when you were signing, this portion is for you to sign. For you to sign, and the date is there. Yeah, the date you have signed, what does the date indicate, sir? The date across your signature, what does it indicate?
28.
What is the meaning, what is the indication? What would it indicate? That you have signed it on when? On which date?
It will indicate that I signed it on, no, it will indicate that I signed it on the 28th. But for me...
Listen. Documents don't lie. If you have another document, provide it. If you have another evidence, listen, provide it. You have to be a gentleman. Sometimes your word is important. It's very important to maintain the truth, no matter what. Do you understand that? You're on national TV. You have a document. First, you remember the stories you have said regarding your date of registration? Your problem now, in your head, is that being awarded the contract, and then you register after, is a problem. You want to see how you're going to go around it? It will not do you any good. Documents, they speak for themselves. You had said earlier, at first, that your brother, you gave a brother who was in Italy. Now you came back and gave us another name of someone who picked it up and give it to you. I had told you in Masakonko, if you were awarded the contract on the same day in Masakonko, and you had a meeting in the morning.
Council, he said Mr. Sisi at GPPA called him to tell him that his certificate is ready.
Exactly. You said Mr. Sisi called you to tell you the certificate is ready. You would have been in Masakonko by then. You could not come to Banjul before to pick the certificate. Someone else did on your behalf. Now I had shown you what you have signed on the 28th. Can you admit the fact we move ahead? This is not supposed to be a problem.
Now what did you want me to answer? Because you said many things.
Yes, I am saying many things because you were saying many things.
Okay.
You gave so many answers to only one question.
Because
when were you awarded the contract?
I was awarded contract on the 28th April 2020.
When were you awarded, given the certificate?
I was given the certificate 28 April 2020.
How were you given the certificate?
I was sent. My certificate was sent to me
by
through my brother. My brother was the one who sent me the certificate.
By
the name.
I still ask by. Of course,
yeah.
You know.
Okay.
I want the name.
I even wanted to make a clarity here.
Of course, naturally.
When I left here,
yes,
I later realized that the brother,
yes,
whom I talking about, was in fact not the actual one, because that brother went to Italy before 2020.
You think we wouldn't find that out?
I'm coming.
Go ahead, sir.
That brother that I'm talking about,
yes,
was not the one.
Yes.
Because I thought,
yes,
the registration were a little bit mixed up.
Yes.
Because I remember when I was registering,
right,
Anthony Chambers,
yes,
I was still in Jara, and I submitted my registration to him. But it was not him for this particular registration. It was a son of my brother who sent me this. The name is Saliu.
Saliu what?
Saliu Diba. He still can be a brother, but not the particular person that I mentioned before. Dauda was in Italy.
So now do you agree that you have given so many answers?
20.
Do you agree you have given so many answers to just one simple question?
Because I was remembering, I'm remembering the facts.
Now, are you still remembering the facts, sir?
I have already remembered.
It's now concluded?
That for that matter, yes.
No longer going out, coming back again and trying to have new facts?
For this particular question,
not
no.
This particular question. You have done that. It's not a matter of joke.
For this, but this is not a joke.
No, wait a minute. You have done that from the word go. When you were being led by the lead counsel, you always have a way of going back, coming back again, and then changing your story. Your entire statement you have changed.
I have never changed my statement.
You did not change your story.
Whether I have changed my story.
Statement.
My statement.
That you gave to the police.
Police?
The investigators. The investigators of the commission.
Anyway,
wait a minute. You gave your statement on the 24th of October 2023. Are you telling me you didn't change anything there?
of course, because there are arrangements that were done. So I said those words I did not remember before. So when I remember those words, I have to say the facts.
Did you sign that document?
Which document?
The one is before you.
This one, yes?
Yes. What is the date of the document, sir?
28.
Did you sign on the 28th?
I signed the document, but not on the 28th.
When? Now tell me when.
I cannot remember the date.
You are interesting.
Correct.
You are extremely interesting. Let's at least this is what we have. So if you have another form that you had filled, maybe on the 27 or 26.
I did not fill the form.
Who filled the form?
I don't know him.
But who signed? Someone signed.
I signed the form.
Thank you. Thank you. You signed a form. The date is on the form. If you have any evidence against that, you tell us. But the idea is, you know that on the 28th, if you were in Mansakonko, based on your story, you could not have been in Banjul.
Of course.
No.
I can be on 28th at Mansakonko. Mansakonko and Banjul is only 2 hours drive.
Why are you at the GPA office on the 28th?
No.
That's what I'm saying. That's my point. GPA, you were not you were in Mansakonko when the certificate was issued to you, as far as you're concerned.
Was sent to me.
Yes. But this shows you were in fact at the GPA office on the 28th.
I was not there.
So you misled the commissioners.
I never misled the commission. And I will never misled them.
Let's go into the accounts. How many bags of rice did you supply to Mansakonko Area Council throughout?
The updated invoice shows that I give them 400 bags.
You supplied 400 bags of rice to Mansakonko Area Council?
Yes.
Throughout?
That I can remember.
No, but you are a businessman.
Of course.
You have a business.
Of course.
It's not like what you can remember.
Of course. It could be because I'm a human being. I can forget.
That's all right.
Council, I can forget.
That's all right.
I cannot say whatever I said. That should be the fact that, and I should maintain that.
That's okay.
I can remember. There are these.
You forgot. You forget. That's fine. Let us proceed. Do we proceed? Can we proceed, sir? Or you have something to say?
Well.
Now, you gave an invoice to Mansakonko Area Council on the 29th of April 2020. Is that not true? Is that not true?
That is correct.
The amount is 655 bags of rice, 25 kilograms. By the way, what kind of rice is this?
Huh?
What kind of rice?
This was chef rice.
What?
Chef.
Chef rice.
Chef rice. Chef.
From?
I bought it from Banjul.
From Banjul. How much did you buy it for?
Huh?
How much did you buy it for?
How much?
Did you buy it for?
I don't understand.
How much did you buy it for?
How much did I buy the bags for?
Yes, yes.
Well, I cannot remember how much I buy the bag. I cannot remember that.
Now, the invoice you would send first is, the amount is $425,750. That's on the 29th. Is that not correct?
Correct.
Now, you sent a receipt on the same day. The receipt you have sent is for $425,000. $750. Same day.
I was asked to submit the...
Wait, let me ask the question. The invoice and the receipt, same day. One, the invoice indicates that you had delivered the rice. The receipt is indicating that you had received payment. Is that not the indication? Is that not the indication?
Can I come now?
Is that not the indication? It's a question, sir.
Correct.
Now, why did you issue the invoice and the receipt on the same day?
I was asked to submit my invoice and the receipt.
You were asked to submit what?
I was asked to submit the invoice and the receipt, and I did.
By the time, were you paid?
Yeah, of course. By the time I was given an advance payment of 200.
Against what amount?
Against the amount of 425,750.
Against the amount of 425,750.
Yeah, initial request.
That was the request.
That was the initial request.
And then you now were not given any cash. There was no cash given to you.
Cash on table? No.
So now, when this particular transaction was done, in August, you were not paid any amount of money until August? Is that the case?
No, I was paid.
When?
Bank statement shows that I was paid.
Tell me. You paid 200, the other one is about 307?
Ma, I think I should be treated fairly. The way council is treating me, I don't like it anyway. Because you ask me questions. If I want to answer, he caught me. And then he will ask questions and answer. If I want to answer, he caught me. Then what time will I have the opportunity to answer the way I want it? Just imagine, you ask me, if I wanted to answer, you caught me, and then later you ask me the same question. If I keep quiet, you say, tell me. And the same question, if I want to answer, you caught me. I think I should also be treated fairly.
Your second payment.
I made an appeal to Ma.
It is noted, and he has heard you very clearly.
Your second payment. Do you recall the amount?
My second payment?
Yes.
Yeah, I recall the amount.
What is the amount, sir?
307,000.
Did you give them a receipt for that?
I don't remember. But later I issued them the invoice.
Your third payment. Your third payment. How much was it? Do you recall?
I think it's 35.
Did you issue a receipt?
I think all the transactions I issued them the receipt.
If you add the 200, the 307 and the 35, how much will that be, sir?
Well, I don't have the calculator here because my mobile battery has gone down, so I have to ask the reception to help me charge it. So
that would probably be around 542,000 or thereabout.
I don't know.
So that would be more than the amount in the first invoice. But the first amount in the first invoice will be 425,750. But then you said you had an update, the updated version. But the updated version is dated the 11th of August 2020. This transaction is in April 2020. May, June, July, August, 4 months after, you sent an updated version. How is that possible?
It's possible because when we did the transaction in April, the transaction did not end in April. It goes May, August, July, June, July. We are still in the COVID, and these people are still requesting the stops until August on the 11th. We did the updating. When I delivered the goods on April, the transaction did not end there. And when they make the payment to me on April again on the I don't remember the second payment, the transaction did not end there. So we continue with the transaction because the COVID was still on, and these people were still in the transaction. In fact, the distribution of the rice and other stuff, I can remember was the day that we made the updated invoice. Because that was the day that they requested that they will need the sugar, because the sugar was not part of the request. So then I told them that then if I have to do that, then some of the stuffs need to be reduced. You think probably how it will be. They told me now you reduce the rice and a little of oil, then we will have the sugar also as well. They say, I asked them how...
13th May 2020 was when you received your third payment, $35,000.
Was?
When you received your third payment, $35,000.
Okay.
Before that, 2nd May 2020, $307,000.
Okay.
Before that, 28 April, $200,000.
Okay.
Do you understand? So now, that's about 542 or so, or thereabout.
Okay.
Now, in between April and May alone, you had been paid more than $500,000 more.
Okay.
More than the amount for 655 bags of rice. Do you follow? More than that. More than the amount 655 bags of rice.
More than?
The amount on the first invoice. 655 bags of rice.
655 bags of rice?
Bags of 25 kilograms of rice.
Yes.
Yes.
Well, but how about the oil?
Wait. The first invoice there was no oil.
Okay, the first invoice there was no oil.
Yes.
Oil was delivered.